Hello and welcome to our channel Forensic Science Public Desk India, and now I'm going to present you a topic, career in cybersecurity and digital forensics. So here I'm going to tell you some things related to education, certifications and career opportunities related to this cybersecurity and digital forensics. Let's proceed. First, let's understand the terms. What is cybersecurity? Cybersecurity means the protection of computer systems or information systems, databases which are having the very crucial part of the information or data relating to a particular entity. So it needs to be protected so that it may not be misleaded, so it may not be leaked to somebody else who are out of the boundary. So prevention of any of the attacks or foreseeing the threats, that means first we have to identify what are possible threats we are going to observe in this particular system, or policy making. So you can put certain kind of rules and regulations to an entity and regulating these particular policies and preventing the particular attacks or threats to be occurring. So carrying their own kind of company laptop or company devices to work for the company, so certain kind of policy can be seen. So involves improvements in system informations and also system organization. When it is coming to cyber forensics, so we have seen cyber security being a prevention. Now cyber forensic is like cure. Okay, so anything happened, some incident happened, some data is lost, some network is misguided to some other particular location, and whatever the data is there, it is transferred to a wrong person, or if it is been hijacked by other people, then this thing will be coming into the investigation. Post scenario analysis will be done, how it happened, retracing and re-engineering, reconstructing the events which happened in this particular incident, and handling the incident while it's still happening, or giving a proper response and completing this particular scenario. So these particular things will be coming into cyber forensics, where we will be gathering the evidences and proving the activity of some illegal person doing an illegal activity, or retrieving the lost data and lost assets of an victim entity. Then if it is coming to digital forensics, so digital forensics or cyber forensics or computer forensics, all are correlated. So cyber forensics, if for its word being cyber, it is relevant with the network devices as well as the networks which are carrying the information. But when it is coming to digital forensics or computer forensics, it need not to be linked with the network. Individual devices which may hold the information or data, like hard disk, pen drive, memory card, optical media, flash media, physical files, mobile devices, etc., whatever it can be in a physical device, without any network in between the device and the particular things, then this will be regarded as into computer forensics. So investigation on these devices will be done, and the retrieval of data will be done, and these all terms are important to understand before we proceed further. Okay. Education. So if you want to have a career in cyber security or cyber forensics or digital forensics, what you have to do, basically right from the beginning, when you get the idea of becoming a cyber expert, you should be having a lot of interest. You have to begin there itself about your computer knowledge. You have to explore yourself, you have to know about the computer basically, then proceeding into various things like languages, you can say, or you can say the tools, or you can get the details, you can follow the latest trends, you can follow the news, or you can see whatever the cyber crimes which are occurring and how to solve them. You are putting your own idea. So this is most important than any other qualification and certification. Exploring yourself for something new is the most important point. So qualification, you can do BTech in computer sciences or information technology, and you can go for specialization in MTech, cyber security or information technology and security, and you can also do in computer sciences, computer engineering, etc. But more relevant will be doing a specialization in cyber security or information technology security. Then after doing this, if you are having enough experience, that means of 2 years or 1 year, or doing in any other company, and you are gaining experience, it will be more helpful for you to build a good career. Then coming to next category, that is MSc. So people who are pursuing BSc forensic or BSc computer sciences, or those who are doing BSc in computer applications, etc. Those people can do MSc in cyber forensics or digital forensics or cyber criminology, one who is from forensic background. So this is a kind of thing where the second category will come. It is not so proficient as like MTech, because MTech people or BTech people are more proficient, what I believe, because they will be learning everything from very grounds, and they will be having very good knowledge, what I believe, if they are performing well in their education. And if it is coming to BSc computer applications, along with that, if they are learning some computer languages, and if they are doing well in their academics, and if they are taking up the specialization in cyber forensics or digital forensics, it is well and good, they can go for this particular category. And MBA in cyber security and management and homeland security IT are also there, where the actual knowledge, actual core subject is in MTech and MSc, but organization and management and how the administration of the cyber security in very large companies will happen will be completely in the hands of MBA. That means one who is doing MBA in cyber security management, and they will be having more knowledge about this. So they don't have the knowledge, but they will be organizing the things, how to happen, what is the hierarchy, who should be appointed, what is HR department, on what basis we can put this particular person into certain position. So all these things will be related into the MBA. So if you are interested into management, and also you have very good grip on cyber security as well, if not the language, or if not the designing of the software, or incident handling or incident response, you can just do the overall work, non-technical work, that will be in the MBA. Or if you are into some other field, you are not completely relevant with the cyber forensics, and you want to do something, if you are a lawyer, if you pursued your LLB or some other degree, then you want to do something in cyber, then you can do post graduation diploma in cyber laws, information technology and digital forensics. So this is the traditional education which is required and which is encouraged in society. Coming to certification courses. So can a person who has just completed BCom or BA in some other field, and he can become cyber forensic expert or cyber security expert, is it possible? It depends on the interest again. So one who is having the interest right from the beginning, he will be directly going into traditional education, obviously pursuing some BTech and MTech or MSc in cyber forensics, etc. One who is pursuing BCom and recently he got to understand the scope of cyber security is very good, then he can also become certain kind of expert, yes, by learning the courses online. So if you search simply in Google free online courses on the cyber security, or free online courses on ethical hacking, free online courses on pen testing, so there are so many things which you can find, and you can learn those things freely, and all are free resources, and the platforms are freely available, and you can give the exams as well. So you can see certain type of certification courses here. Certified ethical hacker, so EC Council is offering this one. Whatever the courses which are offered, you will be becoming certified. That means you are having such kind of practical experience, you can be directly handling certain kind of things. That is what meant by certified. And if it is about certification, that means it is a different one. You have just done a certification, that means you have just completed the course, but not you are practically capable of doing something. So that is what the difference. So here you can see offensive security certified professional, offensive security certified expert, you can see, or GIAC, SANS GIAC is one of the very good company offering cyber security courses, where here you can see web application penetration tester, very good course it is. You can all test the web applications like Facebook, Twitter, etc. And licensed penetration tester into the networks, so generalized, offered by EC Council. And GIAC mobile device security analyst, so this is related to mobile devices. And a very famous company, that is ICS Square, which will be giving certified information systems security professional. Not only this, there are so many other courses which are there, I cannot put all in one slide. So only what are basics which are required, that you can pursue, you can learn. So after doing this, is there any certifications required? These certifications all to be done is not necessary. What is important to you, what you are interested in more, so those only you have to select. And once you are entering into one certain kind of pathway, or you are entering into one type of career like ethical hacking, You will be learning more about the ethical hacking. You will be taking up more certifications, more latest things in ethical hacking, because cyber security or cyber forensics is a kind of field which will be evolving day by day. Okay, so after doing the certifications, I don't know the programming language. So is it recommended? Is it required to do programming language? Okay, first you enter inside the field, you enter into the field, then you will only obviously understanding whether you need programming language or not. So one who is directly going into the laboratory, a cyber forensic laboratory, and he is working there, okay, and he is getting certain kind of evidences continuously. There is a lot of pressure that he is getting number of evidences, number of devices to get retrieving of data or to do something related to that, and all the tools are ready with you. The laboratory will provide you all the tools. Then you may not require any programming language. You will be going on doing a routine work. You may not get updated as normally a student. But when you are a software designer or you want to design a new software or new cybersecurity tool, then the programming language is very essential. That is to the very high category level. Okay, so it is not essential generally, as like I said, if we are working in with some kind of entity like laboratory. Once you understood ground reality, choose learning Python first. So that is what the suggestion is. Then career in private sectors, you can see employment areas in banking and financial institutes where the money transaction will be occurring. So you know, nowadays we are doing more e-payments than the cash physical payments, and information databases. So as like I said, the information or the data will be created by many people, and all this data will be belonging to a company, which can be confidential or which can be generalized, whatever it is. It should not be theft like our Aadhaar card details or bank details which are in the internet now. So all these are in the vulnerability kind of thing, so anything may happen. So protecting that thing is coming under the cyber security. Information management, how the information should be managed, how should it should be maintained in the databases, and IT and corporate companies will be involved in this particular employment areas. Private investigation companies, anything happens, any incident happened, at the time private investigation agencies or companies will be coming and helping the small scale industry, small scale markets. So consultancy firms, both are almost similar. So I own a small shop, for example, and I have a lot of stock, and a lot of transaction happens daily, and all the data is stored in very small server. Okay, whenever I want the data, I will be taking the data from the server. So when anything happens to the server or anything gets damaged or something has been compromised, so at the time the data is lost. So what I have to do, I have to go to the consultancy firms or private investigation companies where they will be helping us for certain amount. So before that, if I am very cautious about my data, I will be hiring my own cyber security expert who will be doing whatever it is necessary for my data in the server. So that is what the employment areas and employment positions. You can see non-technical security trainer, you can become security administrator, you can become, or you can become a sales manager, or you can become one who is selling the cyber security products into the public, or creating the awareness like the trainer. And technical jobs, if you see, penetration testers into various web applications, or ethical hackers, you can see, who will be testing the particular networks, and security analyst, that is the starting level. Cyber security or forensic security or security analyst are coming into the starting level. Vulnerability experts, who will be checking if there is any vulnerability in the newly created software or newly created web application or the data which is shown in that. So positions, if you see, chief information security officer or a chief security officer, chief technical officer, project manager, cyber forensic, cyber foreign project managers, etc. can be seen in the positions level. Coming to career opportunities in government sectors of India, employment areas and the particular fields where we can see, in defense research development organization, we can see DRDO or ISRO or certain, these particular organizations will be giving individual notifications by themselves for various cyber security, cyber forensics or digital forensics position in analyst, scientist levels, and national investigation team, central bureau of investigation, intelligence or research analysis wing, FSLs, So these particular notifications will be generalized in SSC, or you can see UPSC, or individual also sometimes you can see the notifications related to this. So minimum qualification is not only the MTech or MSc into this computer applications, computer forensics or whatever. They should also be having minimum to 2 years to 5 years of experience working in any private organization. So as like you see, there are many opportunities in private sector itself. So for freshers itself, there is a lot of vacancies which are there. Millions of vacancies are there for cyber security and cyber forensics. So coming 2021 and 2022 etc. till 31, millions of vacancies, because now I am working on computer, you are also watching the video on computer. So whatever the data it is on the internet, then it is to be secured, or whatever the confidential data it is there, it should be secured, or the data which is lost, it should be retrieved. So certain kind of requirements are there. So all this should be fulfilled even for the government sector things. So other government departments like telecommunications or anything like the defense or the particular banks, institutions of government sector will also be taking up the particular employment positions. So if you are taking the cyber security or cyber forensics as your career path, you will be not unemployed. Definitely you will be having some kind of employment in the future. So employment positions you can see here: junior, senior analyst, cyber forensic examiner, technical assistant, technical officers, scientists of various levels. So above all, whatever are the technical assistant, analyst, examiner, expert, whatever are there, those all are similar. But when it is coming to scientist, levels of scientist will be there: A, B, C, D, G, like that till G will be having the scientist levels, where depending on your experience you will be promoted. And cyber police can be become. So nowadays in police there is a cyber cell division, where normal BSc candidates who are holding the degree in cyber or computer applications or computer sciences are been placed. So those people are having very minimal amount of knowledge regarding the actual cyber security and cyber forensics. So if the specialized people are coming into that positions, it will be more helpful for the society, and then and there reaction can be done. So if I lost the mobile, or if you lost the mobile, or if anybody is hacking some kind of a network and doing something wrong on the network, easily it can be traced and easily the response can also be given. So that is how the law enforcement can be implemented, by increasing the education, increasing the certifications, and giving more knowledge among the public regarding the cyber security and cyber forensics. Then coming to cyber consultants, you can become independent cyber consultant sitting at your home, right? Okay, so you don't need any kind of office, you don't need to be registered in any company's act or what. You can individually work by yourself. There are so many cases individually you can only receive. Your friends only will be having so many problems related to the information or data which they are having in their devices or in the network. So if anything happens, you can help them, you can take the payment. So that is what your profession will be like. So it is very hectic, lot of hard work is required, lot of updation is required daily. So this is about the cyber security and cyber forensics. I hope you have understood whatever I have said. So education, choose a very good path so that you will not be wasting a lot of time in education. So be smart. Even if you are doing distance education also, it is good, because everything is related to computers. You are learning on computer, you are putting the knowledge in the computer, you are doing your practicals on the computer. So if you are having very good devices, or if you are having good infrastructure with you, you can pursue it distance and you can become an expert. So thank you for watching this video.